In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NHL game happening on May 5th, 2025, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NHL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Florida Panthers versus Toronto Maple Leafs. 2 teams that know each other well and don't like each other much are set to square off again as the Florida Panthers head up to Canada to face the Toronto Maple Leafs on Tuesday night in Game 1 of their second-round battle in the Eastern Conference playoffs. These 2 Atlantic Division rivals have a history, and the bad blood is likely to boil over again with a trip to the conference finals on the line. Florida got here by wrapping up their first-round series against Tampa Bay in just 5 games, finishing the job with a 6-3 win last Wednesday. Toronto had a slightly longer path, needing 6 games to get past Ottawa, which they finished off with a 4-2 win on the road Thursday. In the last 10 matchups between these clubs, the Panthers hold a slight edge with a 6-3-1 record, including a 3-1 win back on April 8th. The only other time they met in the playoffs, Florida came out on top, winning that second-round series 4-1 back in 2023. Florida is no stranger to the second round. They've made it here for the 4th year in a row, and they're carrying some momentum with them, having won 3 straight road games. Their quest to defend last year's Stanley Cup title got off to a strong start as they handled Tampa Bay in 5 games. With that behind them, they now head into Toronto trying to snatch away home ice advantage again. Offensively, the Panthers are getting it done, averaging 3.6 goals per game so far in the playoffs, which puts them tied for 4th in the league. On the other end, they've been just as solid, allowing only 2.4 goals per game, tied for 2nd best among all playoff teams. Their special teams have also held up well. Florida has converted 25% of their power plays and has killed off nearly 89% of their penalties, which ranks 2nd in the league. That kind of two-way consistency is what got them this far. The Maple Leafs took care of the Senators in 6 games and have punched their ticket to the second round for the first time since the 2013 to 2014 campaign. Toronto has been on a tear lately, winning 17 of their last 22 games overall. They faced a gritty Ottawa team and still managed to win 3 of the first 4 games in that series, giving themselves room to breathe. Now they turn the page and prepare for what should be a bruising series against Florida. Toronto's offense has been steady, putting up 3.17 goals per game during the playoffs, which ranks them tied for 8th. Defensively, they've kept things tight too, allowing just 2.67 goals per contest, which is good for 4th best. The Leafs' power play has been red hot, converting on over 35% of their opportunities, 3rd best in the league, while their penalty kill is hanging in there as well, tied for 4th with an 80% kill rate. It's not just the top stars doing the work anymore. This team is starting to show some depth. Now only 4 teams are left standing in the Eastern Conference, and 2 of them come from the Atlantic Division. This second-round clash between the Panthers and Maple Leafs is the 2nd time in 3 years these 2 teams meet at this stage of the playoffs. They didn't need any late series dramatics to get here either. Both teams wrapped up their first-round matchups without needing a Game 7. The Panthers, last year's Cup champs, looked sharp against Tampa Bay and swept all 3 road games. They'll be hoping to carry that confidence into Toronto for the first 2 games of this round. But don't expect the same old Maple Leafs. With Craig Berube behind the bench, this Toronto team has a harder edge, more grit in their own zone, and they're no longer leaning solely on Matthews, Marner, Nylander, and Tavares to get the job done. Sure, those guys have been key, but look at the names who scored game winners last round. Max Domi in Game 2, Simon Benoit in Game 3, and Max Pacioretty in Game 6. That's real lineup depth. The Panthers are no pushovers, but this Toronto team plays tough. They might just catch Florida sleeping and take the opener. As our first pick for this matchup, the Toronto Maple Leafs money line is our full game side pick. Don't expect a slow start to this series. Both of these squads will come out flying, trying to establish the tone early. There's likely going to be plenty of physical play and maybe even a few scuffles between whistles, especially in the opening period. Both teams have proven they can score in these playoffs. Together they're averaging 7 goals per game. but what really stands out is their defense. Florida ranks second among all playoff teams in goals against per game at 2.2, and Toronto isn't far behind at 2.33, good for third. That kind of defensive effort is a big part of why they're still standing. We're also in for an interesting goaltending storyline. Anthony Stolarz and Sergei Bobrovsky, who were goalie partners just last season, are now on opposite ends trying to outduel each other. So far in the playoffs, the Panthers have leaned toward the over, hitting it in 4 of their 5 games against the Lightning and scoring 4 or more goals in 3 of them. Toronto, on the other hand, was an even split with the total against Ottawa, and some of those games only pushed over because of late goals or overtime. The regular season history between these two also leans under. 3 of their 4 games and 7 of the last 10 meetings have finished below the projected number. Given how tight both teams have been defensively this postseason, don't expect an offensive explosion in Game 1. It'll be intense, physical, and probably low scoring. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.